Hi Moist, TEMPHUiBIS here, and today is a new Q&A, and I might take a few little breaks at the moment because of the fact that I've got a dry throat, so I'll be taking a drink of water. But I'm going to start off with Martino 007. Would it be cool if they ever have a Tekken versus Marvel superheroes, and why is that? Imagine if there's a Wolverine versus Jin Kazama and Hwoarang Baek versus Hulk and Iron Man. I've also been thinking about Hulk versus Craig Murdoch, King versus Spider-Man. Be kind of funky, get some good matches. Paul versus Captain America. I reckon it would be a cool idea, but there'd be a little problem. What will it be? Will it be 3D on a 2D interface, or will it be fully 3D? You know, if you're a Tekken fan, you're going to want it fully 3D. If you're a Marvel versus Capcom fan, you're going to want it to be 3D on a 2D interface. Which you know, that's why if they do that, it looks like they're going to have to do another like Tekken X Marvel and Marvel X Tekken, like they have to always do two. So it's a cool idea, but then it just means someone's either not going to be happy, or they're going to have to do two games again. Which, at the end of the day, probably I'll still buy both if they did anyway. Right. He also asked, did you like the music in the Tekken movie at all? And why is that? He said, I hope they put some techno, hip-hop, metalcore, hardcore punk during the fight scenes, action sequences for the sequels, if it happens. Now, personally, yeah, I did like a little bit. I mean, I like the idea of the music they did for it, right? Yeah, but sadly, because I was so disappointed in watching the film myself, I actually wasn't concentrating on the music, which is random enough. You don't usually see me watch a film and never concentrate on the music. You know, I actually did not concentrate on the music. You know, obviously I may not have been feeling the music because I wasn't like watching it going, right, that tune sounds heavy, like I sometimes do. You know, so I guess it couldn't have been shit music, but I reckon it was just any random music. Maybe if I did watch the film again, maybe I would probably listen a bit more to the music. You know what I mean? But that's all I need to say for that moment anyway. And Zayed12 asks, have you ever played a platformer called Rayman, and if so, what are your thoughts on the upcoming Rayman Origins? I've only played the first Rayman. I've never played any other Rayman since then, so Rayman Origins is not going to be much to me because I don't know what's happening. I wouldn't know what would be happening in it, and so many other platform games that I kind of lost interest in just staying to certain ones. But I guess Rayman probably wasn't my game. It's a good idea. I like the idea about how his hands ain't connected to his body and you can throw the hands out without punching and stuff. But I guess it's not for me. Why do you think no other region but Japan gets systems with different colours? Sony is supposedly making a Silver PS3 system, but it's only going to be released in Japan. Also, there are Sega Saturns that had different colour variations, but they were only released in Japan. The only reason I think I can come up with that is because, to me, Japan is creative. Japan's always good at creating things, always having variety, so everyone's happy in there. You know, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, why I like moving to Japan. Maybe this is a bit of a bias. Maybe this is a biased reason I'm giving you here. Yeah, but this is how I feel. I can imagine if Q Entertainment made a console, I can imagine them probably making about 5 different colours before they even released the thing. That's like, I actually noticed, yeah, that they only released. It's like my orange GameCube. So not orange GameCube, my orange GameCube controller, but I've also seen the orange GameCube as well. That's the way it's like, boy. Now, OrsonMyles asked, did you ever play Uncharted 2 for PS3? And he likes the game, he says here. Fortunately, I ain't played it, but I have watched it being played because my cousins had the game and they loved playing it. Personally, like I said already, most platforms, I'm not going to say most platforms are the same, but I guess I've got a slight bit bored of platform games that when I'm watching one, I don't think much of them that much now. So when I was watching it being played, I mean, it looked like it could be cool. Maybe it's just the fact that I have so many games here already that still most of them are still unclocked, that I'm just not in the mood to buy new ones that I've hardly played much, just so it adds more games to what I need to clock. Because I've still got a lot of games to clock there, boy. Still, I mean, gosh, you want to hear something bad? I still haven't even clocked Grand Theft Auto 4. And in fact, I need to start that game all over again as well anyway, because people have been doing a lot of things on my save file. Any games for the PS3 to recommend? And don't say it depends on what games you like, as always. Just say some of your personal recommendations that aren't all too famous. Look, there's a reason why I say it depends what games you like. The reason why I say this is because I don't want people to take what I feel and then they get disappointed with it. For instance, I told my friend Deeps that I didn't like Fight Night Round 4. He wanted to know what I thought of the game before he played it, and I told him it was rubbish. I told him I didn't like it. I think it was so I thought it was so crap. I think Fight Night Round 3 is much better. You know what I mean? So then he decided not to buy it, and you must let a year or something go past or whatever before, well, not a year, probably months go past before he actually had a chance, and he rented it, played it, and he loved it. And he bought the game straight away. Well, after he rented it, if he didn't listen to what I said, he could have bought the game at the beginning and enjoyed the game, from the start. I don't want to give opinions to people about what game they could be into, because the truth is, because as you know what games I would just say, my personal recommendations. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say Tekken. I'm going to say Tekken 6. That's obviously one of my games that I'm always going to recommend. If you're not into fighting games, then of course that's not the game for you to get. One of my most favourite games is actually not even a PS3 game, it's a PSN game, and it's Snakeball. But I know no one likes Snakeball because no one even comes online on that game anymore. In fact, hardly anyone came online in the first place. I'm like the only person in the bloody world who seems to like that game at the moment. And I think that game's one of the best, personally. But I don't want to say that to you, just in case you buy Snakeball and you you don't like it. So I'm going to say a few games to you right now, but I'd like you to look at the games before you buy it. I want you to look at videos online and everything and just make your opinions yourself, Here's some games I'll recommend. I recommend DJ Hero, because that game is terrific. I've been banging out that game a lot. And I recommend Burnout Paradise, because I remember when I bought that game, it was actually a game I never put down. Games, just looking at my own games there. If you like shooting games, as in real gun, as in you holding a gun shooting, light gun games, there's Time Crisis 4 and Time Crisis Raising the Storm, which I got both. And Dead Space was a class game, and Dead Space 2 looks brilliant as well. And if you want a game that keeps you hooked for ages, you got Grand Theft Auto 4, because Grand Theft Auto 4 is quite long. You've got a lot of things to do in that game. And Resident Evil 5, although it doesn't feel much like a Resident Evil game, the gameplay is still good. I'd say it's probably the only third-person shooting game that I'm actually playing lately these days. So that's my recommendations. Please research the game before taking my word. Now, Wrestling Gaming Guru asks, what are some of the best restaurants, sit down or takeout would you recommend in London? In Gants Hill there's a Italian restaurant called Don Pietro. Somewhere else in Gants Hill there's a Greek restaurant. I forgot the name for that, unfortunately, so I can't really tell you the name. Was it? I think it began with an A. It's on the same road as Don Pietro, just more down the road. Oh, that don't help at all, because Cranbrook Road is a long road. No, forget it. And there's Big Mo's in Beckton. That's quite a recent one, you know. It ain't even been up there for a year. And to me, it's very fantastic. It's a restaurant, takeaway, drive-through, you know. But it's in one of those areas that, you know, I don't know anyone who's actually going to do a takeaway. I mean, you've got to drive to the place. Maybe or take the bus to it, you know what I mean? It's not a place you can walk to. So you think to yourself, who's going to really do a takeaway? Other restaurants. Well, of course, yeah. There's Holloway's Best Kebab, which is a restaurant as well. I mean, usually. Well, actually, I always use it as a restaurant. I used to use it as a takeaway when Shadow Lost Arts used to live up there, but now when I go there, I get at that place. I'm a drive all the way over to North London just for kebab. That's me. That's how much I like Holloway Best Kebab. So Holloway Best Kebab is definitely a good one. It's near Holloway Road Station. What other restaurants? I would say Chicago Rib Shack, but I feel that Big Mo's is just as good, and Big Mo's is a lot cheaper, really. So I guess yeah, but I think that's what I have to say, because I mean I can't think of all of them right now. But so he goes to the second question. What kind of anime do you watch currently? Well, I still kind of watch them. As you know, I'm usually the violent type, and I always like watching the violent ones, really. Whether it's like a sport type violence or martial arts type violence, like bare hand fighting violence. You know, not much the weapon violence though. I mean, the anime I've really just got into so far lately is Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. I haven't actually watched an episode yet. All I've been watching is a load of what's it called, anime music videos, and the fight scenes seem very interesting. So I really need to actually start watching from the first episode, and then you got the sense, yeah, that there's a DVD box set online. I'm thinking of taking the risk and just buying the box set straight away. Then I get to just watch them. You know. So that's a risk I might take, just buying the DVD set straight away when you haven't actually watched them properly. I still watch Hajime no Ippo and can't wait for the new episodes of Hajime no Ippo, because damn, it's going to be terrific, boy. And Zeppelin asks, are you a boss? Nope, me not a boss. At the moment I think I'm a nobody. I think your song Pulse With It Current is a masterpiece. Do you have a problem with not being able to write music up to the same level as your previous work, as if you're not as proud as or satisfied with your new work? I have this problem and it kills me because I'm too much of a perfectionist. Any tips? I don't know if I can give you any tips, because that's exactly what I'm like. You know, I listen to some of my old songs from the first album. I mean, I was listening to my song Wings in the Night Through the Leaves the other day, right, yeah? And I'm thinking to myself, how did I manage to do all of those sounds, mix them all together, make them sound so nice. And now, when I do songs today, it sounds like they're clashing more, and it sort of turns down the confidence, yeah, of trying to make whatever sound I've got going better than it's already sounding. I used to always do some sounds and then just do more sounds, and it kept sounding brilliant, and I could keep pushing and pushing and pushing. That feel doesn't seem to be happening anymore, you know. And also, trying to be a perfectionist, I'm trying to grow myself as well. I'm trying to make my songs sound more crisp than before. Trying to make myself better than better as usual. Trying to give my songs more of meaning. Well, not meaning, I don't know, just... I mean, I just guess, at the moment I'm lacking confidence myself, so I really can't give much tip there. Instead of plod on. Icy Hot Sleeve asks, I know you have a friend who produces happy hardcore, that's Jackazid, but have you ever thought about, or are ever going to make a hardstyle happy hardcore track? I want to try one. I think the hard thing about making tracks like that is you want to make it sound really hardcore and happy, but not make it sound like anyone else's. Because most times I see some people, yeah, who make hardcore happy tracks and they all sound the same. The reason why Jackazid's one sounds great is because he actually mixes his happy hardcore style with J-pop, and sometimes he adds a little Japanese speedcore adaptation to it, a little bit of it. But I need to, you know, as I said, I'd like to completely spread open my work of genres. I want to try and mix a lot of genres as I can. I want to blend so many genres that I could just make a sort of different type of music, because I'm real. JSJ07 asks, what upcoming films are you looking forward to? Real Steel, Rubber, and Kung Fu Panda 2. Anything else? Not really. Yeah, nothing else really, that's about it. Second, are you excited about your local area Stratford being the centre of the world's media during 2012 Olympics? I guess it's pretty cool to know that everyone's watching the area that I live in. I'm not too 100% into Olympics, besides playing the games, but what I'm really mostly excited about with Stratford is the new Stratford that we're having. You know, they're making the new biggest Westfield. They say that Stratford is going to be called Stratford City. We're going to have a View Cinema, you know, all the big best stores. They say, yeah, that Stratford is going to be like the new Central London. You know, when people always go down Central London and have a good time around there, they're going to be coming around Stratford and having that good time. So that's a cool thing, really. And Nick Knack asks, do you listen to the adventures of Dwayne Brando? If so, what are your favourite songs by them? No, I don't listen to them. Never heard of. Well, you say them, so it's a band. Never heard of the band. So I'm not sure really. Which food do you like much more, pizzas or burgers? Pizzas really, but you know, obviously pizzas are more fattened foods because let's say each slice has even a slice of a pizza has more calories than a burger. So it's even. So no matter how much I like pizza, I've got to cut down on it. I've cut down on the burgers as well. You see me eat a pizza at least once a month. Before I used to eat goddamn loads, but maybe sometimes once every 2 months. I had one last week, but the time before that was about about February sometime. Yeah. The Pac-Man Classic. What are your thoughts on YouTubers or just people on the internet who e-begging for money for a poor cause or selfish cause? This has happened and is happening. Well, I don't know. The thing is, right, yeah, it depends what people classify a poor cause. Because people say, yeah, that I'm e-begging for selling my second album. You know, if I do an album and I sell it, they say that I'm e-begging, yeah, I'm going for money, when I could just release the album for free. You know, now, would you say, yeah, that me selling my album is a poor cause? I would like to try and make a bit of money through my music. I do it because I love it, but I've got to make money through the music as well. Now, for some other guys who've said poor causes, like, I remember hearing about Spinning It asking for money, yeah, for him to fix his car up. I thought, okay, there's a little bit of a, I think, why is he asking people for money to fix his car up? I personally wouldn't do that, you know, but apparently he's been pissing off so many people anyway, yeah, that no one wanted to help him anyway. But for selfish cause, I don't know. It depends what you call, what you classify a poor cause or a selfish cause. I can't really answer that one because of those reasons. Because when people say that I'm e-begging just because of me selling my album, I just don't take it seriously, yeah, because it looks like they'll just say anything's e-begging. If anyone asks for any money whatsoever, they're e-begging. That's how I look at it. And second, what are your thoughts on YouTube partners who profit off another people's death by leaving their advertisements switched on in their videos? This has happened before, sadly. I have not seen that before. When I did a video about Michael Jackson, I didn't put it for revenue sharing. I ain't seen anybody else put it for revenue sharing. So if people are doing it, then I think they are a bit out of order. The thing is, people don't profit as much as everyone says they're profiting, you know. But although even a little profit's still just as bad. But unfortunately I can't really say much more about it. B-Boy Agent Tekken says, hi, how are you? Did you use the new characters in Tekken 6 like Miguel, Zafina, Leo, Bob and Lars and more? If so, who? I haven't used haven't used I think I used Bob just to have a quick look through his moves because he is a different random character. I think he's okay. But I haven't really like used him proper, you know what I mean? Second, have you heard of Shaykarl Shaytards or Charles Trippy? If so, which do you prefer and why? That, for me, I'd say Shady Tards. Unfortunately, I don't know who Shaykarl Shady Tards is. I know Charles Trippy. I think I've watched a couple of videos from him. Didn't really think too much, so not much I could say really. And Yusuf's blog asks, knowing how your life is now, if you could go back 10 years, would you change anything? And if so, what would you change? To be totally honest, I don't know what I could change. Maybe loads of things that I've bought, maybe I probably wouldn't have bought them and saved up money instead just to move to Japan, so at this time I could have been in Japan already. Yeah, guess that's it really. What do you think of today's music industry, such as artists such as Keisha, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, etc., and how they're ruining music? I don't say yeah they're ruining music here, because I mean like you know, I like Justin Bieber a bit, you know. I've been watching Justin Bieber's videos way before he got famous, and I actually like some of Lady Gaga's tracks. And Keisha, should I say, personally, yeah, she has a good voice. So she can sing very well, you know. I personally agree that she's a good singer. It's just what she sings about, which just gives her that weird image, you know. Now, you know, I don't think they're ruining music. I just think the music industry is just too greedy for the money. Like if someone was to just basically do what Justin Bieber's doing, they'll make it because they know that Justin Bieber's good, he makes the money, so this artist who's almost just like Justin Bieber will just do it, instead of them being their own creative style. Like how people won't even like how people don't want to sign me, yeah, because my name's TEMPHUiBIS. Like, they think like the name TEMPHUiBIS won't bring in money, you know. I feel it's just a fact. It's just labels in these days. They're only just caring about the money, and they only care. They don't just, you know, they're not into the business because of music anymore. They're only just in it for money now. That's what I think is ruining the industry today. You know, if you're a sexy lady who sings, boom, you've got a chance of making it. Because, yeah, I think it's a bit that. One thing I've always just got is a problem with is why the hell is there always a music video, and the music video always seems to be based on the sexy ladies and not really much the music or the artist, which I think is just always wrong. I think it's pretty dumb, really. But as a sense of artists like Kesha, Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber, I won't say they're ruining the industry, yeah. It's just, I just reckon it's just labels and everything, and what songs actually get big, you know. But that one's actually kind of a hard one to explain. But I mean, at the end of the day though, they did work hard, especially in Justin Bieber. He actually worked hard to get where he is today. Like I said, I saw him from the beginning and he did work hard. So it's hard to say that he's ruining music. But it's just that other people hate him for no bloody reason. That's what I've got to say though, guys, yeah? I think that's the end. Nope, there's no more questions. I hope I didn't forget any. But that's it, guys. Said all of the answers, and that's all I've got to say, guys. What's my next video going to be? I'm not sure. I had an idea what my next video will be. It probably might be thoughts on Marvel vs. Capcom 3, or thoughts on Mortal Kombat 9. I want to start trying to do some live streams again. Might try one this weekend. Actually, I shouldn't say anything because then, you know, it never happens for someone to just leave it there. So that's all I've got to say, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all later. Love you all.